Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us.
But hey, we back for another quick one. You know what? And we talking about politics right now. We're gonna talk about some politics.
Oh my God.
We about to get into some stuff they say you shouldn't talk about. Politics and religion. We about to get into this, cause especially since we in 2024 and this whole campaigns and shit is wilding up.
We gearing up for elections.
So, I just find it crazy how I'm noticing on a lot of, mainly just all majority of black spots who campaigning what I'm about to talk about. And what I'm about to talk about is RFK. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. I notice a lot of the black people who's on YouTube got their shows, whatever, talking about politics, whoop-de-woo, or just anywhere it comes up. Like, one of my favorite places for investment people is EYL. I listen to them, and they had him on the show, and, they just...
Had who on the show?
Robert,
JFK?
yeah.
Okay.
They had him on there, and they was like, at the end, they listened to him, asked questions, whatever, but they don't think he'll be able...
To pull it off.
So, it made it sound like, you're not going to vote for him, because you don't think he's going to pull it off. And that's what I'm hearing majority with a lot of these spots. But y'all all saying we need another choice or option,
right?
And instead of going with Donald and Biden, and
you have another choice.
I'll tell you right off top, I don't care. I ain't fucking with Biden. I'll take my chances with Trump again. At least my rent wasn't fucking high. I could afford some food. I was able to do some shit. But since Biden has got in there, it's just been a fucking nightmare. They ain't doing shit about what's going on, really. They giving out... I don't know. I'm trying not to go too far in it, but I'm not fucking with Biden. So, I guess I'm fucking with RFK. I'm going to say that right off top. Out of everybody, between them two, if I got to pick, I'm not picking none of them. I'm going with RFK. Which was crazy. There was reports that, even Trump, who would supposedly wanted him to be his, see if he would come over to the team and be like his vice president.
Which I told you.
Yeah, which would be great, but I could see why RFK wouldn't want to do it.
Right.
Because you got to stand on your own. And... legacy of his family and everything. But honestly, what I think what they need to do is they need to make it where it's vice versa. So if your president is Democrat, then your VP need to be Republican.
Right, so you can have
a different
balance.
type of balance. Because all we getting is these motherfuckers going back and forth over shit. Back and forth. And ain't coming up with no solutions for the people.
It's definitely exhausting, and I'm tired of hearing all of it.
Yeah, I'm telling, and that's what they was talking about Biden's speech the other day. It was like, even RFK came out and spoke about it. He was like, man, I'm not here for all that division. I'm here to try to get the people back together, and all this corporate greed and all of this stuff that's really doing harm to the people.
Right now, all of a sudden, he do the State of the Union. He got the juice. Oh, you tough. You talking tough now, but you ain't been saying nothing. And people keep saying, like people in our community keep saying, that Biden has done things and he needs to spend less time coming at Trump and talking about the things that he's actually done since he's been in office, because as the people, we don't know. All we see is a struggling old man who barely can have a decent conversation most times. He be stumbling and falling. And can't remember.
Say he was 81?
86.
I was like, yeah, you not.
What? What my daughter? What
some boots like
what Squeak say?
Some white ones.
Whatever. What Squeak say the other day? We don't need no president in their 70s, 80s. She was like, why are we... she's 17.
If it can be an age limit till you can drink, it should be an age limit on
how long you can be a president.
Office or any office, which that's what they saying. Certain people is like, hey, it should be not just an age limit, but a test. a test that you gotta take that shows you competent to do what you supposed to do.
No, they claim that he's done that.
No, because the guy, his doctor said, came out the other day, was like, I did a normal checkup, he's fine, he don't need need that test. Everybody was
A competency test?
yeah, everybody was like, that's some bull.
You can't even remember that dead people is dead and people who's alive. Like, you clearly got a problem.
So you didn't paid off your doctor, basically. That's how I'm taking it as, nigga. Because if your doctor just gonna say that, like, oh, nah, you good. We have a conversation, like, yeah, okay, whatever. But it seems like, as I've been watching everything with RFK, how they basically trying to blackball him. They just not. No media outlets are really they starting to talk about him now because his polling is going up, and to get on the ballot for all the 50 states. So he's been doing good. He's getting all that up. But you know, the other day, a famous radio personality here from Dallas that I listen to every morning. I guess I think it was recorded or it could have been live. But he was on the radio, Biden was on the radio and basically talking about all the accomplishments that they have done and things they've been doing or whatever. Okay, cool. So I reached out to the person. First off, thank you for responding, because most people wouldn't. Because I even reached out to the Breakfast Club and Charlemagne, asked them, which they did have him on.
He was on.
He was on there.
Club.
At one point, but I think he needs to come back and talk more about the things people in America actually need right now. But yeah, so the radio person.
You're not gonna say the radio person's name. I feel like you trying to not. That's weird.
I forgot what's that? The morning show Breakfast Club? It's not the Breakfast Club.
You talking about Diddy in the morning?
Yeah, Diddy. But is it Diddy in the morning show? It might be. I should know this because I listen every morning. Like that's what I listen to in the morning.
That's what you listen to
when I'm going to work. Yeah,
right.
Diddy before I turn it off, I listen to him. Hey, but Diddy in the morning. Y'all do need to change that $1,000 game. I'm like, man, I think I've only heard somebody win maybe once or twice out of a few years, but that's not what we're here for. They need to change something on that, like, man. But so I reached out to her and was like, let me pull up my phone.
So walk out and lose her life.
So I don't say nothing crazy, say the wrong thing on what I actually asked. You know what? I don't think she responded either. She didn't respond back after I said what I said. But let me see if I still did. I delete it. Oh no, yeah, I sent it Friday. Which, first I was gonna say something on this, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let you breathe.
What did you?
So I was like, good morning. Wanted to ask why you don't talk about Robert Kennedy on your platform. And this was the reason why I said that was because, you know, he was on the they had the live call or whatever the other day on the radio
with
Biden talking about everything. And it just goes into what I was saying, how they platforms, especially with our community, our people, they don't want to. It's almost like I feel like they haven't even, like he's banned from there, like Ice Cube type shit. Like we don't want
they've been told like you can't have him on.
If you're not, it's like Ice Cube shit. If you ain't talking about
we want you to be
Biden, then you can't talk about him on the platform. We just gonna keep it as Trump and Biden. We're not gonna talk about RFK because we don't need his numbers jumping up. The less people know about him, the less chance he can F everything up for us. But so that's what I said, and she responded, "What would you like me to say? He's running. He believes the vaccine was a hoax." That's what she said.
What?
She said, well, she basically asked me, what would you like me to say? Question mark. He's running. He believes the vaccine was a hoax.
And it was. I mean, how many people do you need that's dying? People dying from
brain? I think they got the whole word hoax wrong on it.
Right.
I think that's the problem. I think that it as we done seen with the video, it came out showing, I can copy and put it in there.
He don't believe that it was a hoax.
I haven't heard. It's been multiple stances, but you know how they take shit, clip shit, and make it how you want. You gotta watch what you believe in. So when I first seen it, I was like, you know what? I ain't even gonna respond to the vaccine, because I could go into a whole nother spill on that. And I was thinking, like, you gonna say that, but you believe in aliens and all of this shit? Did I hear you on the radio? Which, hey, to each his own. I believe aliens too, and some other wild shit that's out there in the motherfucking galaxy, which we seeing shit in the sky, which like we seen the shit a few weeks ago, was like, what the fuck, and they just talking about it was a satellite flying by. Get the fuck out of here. So yeah, so I was like, okay, I can respect her for even responding, because didn't nobody else say anything. So I was like, you can have a conversation about what's going on with this campaign, or you can invite them on the radio or a phone call to talk more about what's his plan for America. Would be a good start, since you had Joe on the radio. That's what it's only fair. And that's what I'm talking about. They not playing it fair. So
I feel like if you gonna invite Biden, you should have Trump. You should have others. Give people the option. You should have
everybody who's
running,
or who's trying to be president. They should be able to come up and talk about what's going on.
I'm gonna be leaving in a minute.
So you shouldn't be able to just keep talking about the same old two motherfuckers and shit that's going on. Trump going to jail, this and this, he did this. Biden and his son did this and this and did this. Man, I'm tired of the back and forth with these two Democrats and Republicans. And us as brown people, black people, whatever y'all want to fit yourself in, they ain't doing shit for us. Democrats they tell you everything, then that shit flips on you after they do what they do. That's how it's always been. That's how it's gonna be. So it needs to be another party. So that's why I say this, which he was gonna run. He's going as an independent now. Yeah. So it needs to be a split. And that's why even if he don't win, I think his campaign has built momentum for the following.
Yeah, for the next
because
round.
More people we gonna continue to see everything effed up. We gonna continue to see rents going too high. They talking about us gonna go down. No, it's not. It's just gonna stay where it's at.
It's good to just be able to have an option. Like you feeding me these two people and telling me like,
and that's how
you ain't got a choice. Pick one of these buns.
Nah, nigga, I got a choice. I can say F both of them and y'all figure this shit out.
Right.
And that's where a lot of people is dealing with right now. And they like, man, you know what? Y'all figure this shit out.
And what it's gonna do is make a lot of people not vote.
As far as the big presidential thing, but I think, like what Killer Mike said, he's like, man, that's cool, but we're not even gonna talk about that, because how they tried to have Killer Mike saying he's not voting, because he's like, did he say I'm not voting for him, or I'm not? He didn't say I'm not voting for him, but he's not talking about that. He's like, I'm more concerned about what my local people in office and everything they doing, and how people was mad at him because he go talk to the governor or whatever. He's like, man, I have to talk to the governor. Regardless of whatever you think, he is the person in power. So in order for me to get stuff done, I have to have a conversation with him.
Because I can't go around him.
Yeah, I can't go around him. So in order for me to get what I need to do for my people, I have to have a conversation with him. We have to sit down and understand what's going on. He's like, yeah, I may not like everything he does, but these are the things that this person has done good, which is cool. And if whatever Biden has done, it's cool. We don't know about it until now. All of a sudden, this stuff is coming up that he's done. They saying he gave more money to HBCUs. Last I remember, I heard they took money from HBCUs. So I'm confused. Which is it? Either you gave or you took. But it's a whole list of stuff. I think I'm gonna put together a list talking about, if I can find any information, break down the stuff that's actually facts and what he has done, what Joe has done, and what Trump has done.
Don't be calling him Sleepy Joe.
Man, we seen him sleep up at the he's like he sleep at the pulpit. What you talking about? But yeah, put together a list and compare them. But all I know is this: I'm a regular working person in America like a bunch of us are. A lot of us have 9 to 5s.
Or 2.
Or trying to get 2, or trying to do some hustle to make some more money to cover inflation. We didn't have these high-ass prices and inflation. All I can say is when Trump was in office. Wasn't no 2-3 wars going on. Wasn't none of that. None of it. Yeah, he has his antics and all of that other little shit that was going on. Oh, Russia this, Russia this. It's, like I said, it's where it's like they pin y'all back together against other groups.
They've been doing that since the
beginning of time. And that's the whole military tactics with shit, is what they do. Keep everybody confused and not on the main thing. So we just keep throwing all this BS around and throwing it all out. Got everybody, oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know who to believe. I don't know who to trust. I know. Y'all better start looking at some of these movies that they put out, be actual real shit that's be going on that they be putting in these movies. Like, what's your TV show with old boy was the president?
Which one of them? I watched a few of them.
The one recently where he ended up getting killed eventually and his wife took over. I'm gonna have to go watch that because
I told you it's a lot of stuff. Here, I'm gonna tell you what it is.
But yeah, so they trying to keep RFK out like that, and I don't like the tactics. I will say this, that they doing on Trump either with everything, because it's just crazy how they doing it. But hey, what the Simpsons say, hey, if Trump gonna be the president, will he last long? Because hey, we all know the story from from the Simpsons. They say what's supposed to come true, and their predictions be accurate all the time. But
Designated Survivor was one of the ones that I was watching.
What's the
this is just a list I put in trying to figure out what the name of it was. That was the one that I was watching, which I think you remember me watching that from the dude from
he be in a lot of movies.
Yeah. What was that he used to be in? It was a show, and he used to be. He was a.
I don't know. I just know you guys come home, your ass is watching this like heavy. But yeah, so
him.
No, not him.
That's one of the ones that I watched.
That's not the
It's
one I'm
about a
talking about.
presidency.
I'm
I know
talking
what you're
about
talking about. The other
about
one
boy.
with the wife.
Yeah,
took
but
over.
Yeah. So, but anyway, when she said that, so I gave my response. I'm like, man, that's what you could do. So it just made me think that, you know what?
House of Cards.
Was that it?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, House of Cards.
What's his name?
Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, Kevin Spacey.
And
that's
Robin Wright is the lady who played his wife. And
yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that because I heard there's a lot of stuff that happened in there that actually happened.
It's been happening and has been happening.
Yeah. So it's like one of them conspiracy shows, I guess you could say, like, damn, this shit is actually happening right now. But yeah, so, with the whole RFK, Biden and everything, I start paying attention more to RFK to hear what he's actually gonna do. Even though, we say these politicians never do nothing for us. But I can say with RFK, he has a background. He's fought Big Pharma, the big corporations, for years, and have won cases against them and done everything. I can't say nothing Trump. I can't say nothing Biden has done fighting for the little guys, us little people. I haven't seen nothing with them doing anything like that. But I'm not gonna say it for me, but y'all should go do your own research and pull up what RFK has actually been doing for the American people since he's been in politics and doing everything and handling cases and prosecuting corporations and certain stuff like that. So that made me like, okay, he's actually been putting in work trying to defend for the little people and the little guys. And he's actually talking about trying to do something to rebuild America, get us back on track, not have us also divided both sides back and forth, this and that and everything, stop the industrial, the war industrial complex, all of that stuff that's been going on, just everything.
He's younger. He just has a different mind
Boy,
frame.
and he hits that gym and work out.
I don't want to keep seeing him in my feed
like,
with
yeah,
the,
he
with
in the gym working
the
out.
shirt
Hey,
off, but you know that's weird.
It's
but
supposed to be coming. I'm gonna have him pull up at the gym. Like, man, let's get a workout in and talk to the people while we're here.
That'd be funny if he would
You know what?
entertain that would be really
I think
cool.
he would. I think if it could get to him, I think he would. He would pull up, meet us at the EOS gym, and like,
That'd be dope.
Yeah, but you know, I was thinking about you know how he's been trying to get Secret Service because of threats.
Yeah.
And Sleepy Joe don't want to give him no security, but old girl, they just gave security. I guess she bowed out now. Who was running? What's the one chick? They gave her security. It was like he didn't have threats and people done came to this thing, but y'all don't want to give him security. It's like it's crazy how you can just see how they treating him, far as him trying to
move him out of the way
and be legit. I ain't seen him go off on nobody, no crazy back and forth with Biden or Trump, none of that. He ain't saying nothing reckless like them two going back and forth with the hoopla. So
it is crazy to see
that
you almost trying to make it an environment where he can't even speak and even talk about what he could do. You creating an environment where he has to be independently coming out and doing small platforms to speak, because I think that they are afraid that he might be the hope that America's really truly looking for, and they might not have control over him like they got control over these two.
Yeah, and that's what it's about. What it is. And it's like, well, we had Trump in there. We couldn't really control him. You know, he just did whatever the fuck he wanted to do and say what he wanted to say, and that's how it was. But I guess it is. You know, when you break it down, it's like, yeah, I think it's gonna be problems if we get him in here and change everything. I'm gonna say this: if you can't afford housing right now, and rent's too damn high, y'all need to go look at his policy on the 1% back mortgages from Uncle Sam, that how he's trying to implement that would save at least, I think from what I heard, could be like at least $1,000 a month off your mortgage or rent type deal. So hey, for far as that, you got me sold on that. Because if I can save $1,000 and I'm trying to get a house, and hopefully he got more of a plan where he can do something with the more housing being built. And I think he's part of it was taxing the builders to get them in to build more affordable housing. And I ain't talking about these new affordable housing that I seen that they've been popping up, like there's some in San Antonio. They call it that's like the tiny homes.
Them tiny little slab things.
Yeah, but who was the builder? What's one of them builders? It wasn't
we
Lanier,
watched the video
was it?
about it. It's not Lanier. It's
And
we
I
watched
think
the whole
I think
video
them
about
was
it,
like 150, 200. I'm like, yeah.
but it ain't even.
They ain't bad, I guess you could say, but those shouldn't be no starter home. We shouldn't have to be at a point where
you got to be like this in your house to save money.
Yeah.
And that's what they trying to psych us out
Well,
with.
actually,
like,
they trying to psych it out. What they saying is they don't want nobody to be an owner. They want everybody to be a renter. They trying to own everything where you really don't own nothing. They trying to have it where you really don't own, where you're not gonna own your cars, you're not gonna own your houses. You just gonna be constantly paying money but never own anything. That's how they want to get. I done watched a few videos, people talking about it and showing how they implement it and doing all that. I was like, damn, you know what? I guess it's just like a Monopoly. You're on the chessboard. You trying to.
What happens to the people who already own?
I don't know. Eventually, your ass ain't gonna own. They gonna figure.
How you gonna take my house away?
They gonna figure out something. They already trying to take your weapons away. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Most people gonna submit. Most people ain't gonna fight.
It's a lot of weird, random things that's happening right now in our world. If I do say so, like watching the nightly news and weird things that you're like, what? Like, what does that come from? Like the whole thing. Like, we probably need to do a whole nother video about the state of emergency for the eclipse on the 16th.
Oh yeah, you've been talking about that.
Like that shit's weird.
But you know,
to me,
it's always
and it's frightening.
Something always happen crazy when eclipses or something or full moons. Be like, dude, people acting weird as fuck or shit's crazy.
It
out.
is the energy.
My energy be good when the full moon is out. I feel like hitting the street at night, howling. I feel good every time the full moon. I'm like, man.
He think that's normal.
Hey, for me, it's normal. I'll be like, man, you know, I'm trying to hit the town. That's how I feel every time.
Yeah, it is weird.
When the moon come out, I'm like, you know what? I feel good. I can feel the energy from the moon. Like, I'm trying to be active. No book, no BS, no nothing. I just feel good.
But that's when people are the crazy. If you notice, that's when people be that's what I'm saying. Real crazy.
Some people, I guess it ain't for everybody because it's like they turn into a whole different crazy person.
But parts of Texas actual cities have issued a state of emergency for the eclipse that's coming on the 16th, like saying that they're expecting tons of people to be here. And
yeah, I was telling you I want to go down there because they say where the good spots. It's down there. I think want to say about Austin. It was where one of them cabinets we was talking about going downtown one time with the kids where you can go. But I think matter of fact, I think we're gonna go down there. It's a tiny home community village they just built. It looks nice out there. I want to go down there and stay. And they saying, if I remember right on their website, they was saying you should be able to see the eclipse from where you at down there. But yeah, so we need. Only thing, because you know what, you normally, in the politics, you always see other independents or what's the other people names on the ballot to run for president. I ain't even heard none. RFK is the only other person I've heard about. I ain't even heard nobody else like saying they hats in or even running for it. And then
what, as an independent?
Yeah, and it's like RFK, he's just still trying to get on the ballot. So that's why I say y'all need to go out, man. Just don't listen to all the BS that's out there. People taking clips and clipping it up to make it feel.
Do your own research. Educate yourself. This year's cycle is very important for us to do better.
Before they come out and be like, "Oh, that was just Russian propaganda. They didn't hacked into Instagram, YouTube, or Twitter and just showcasing all this." Man, don't buy that, man. Cause
they've been selling us wolf tickets for a long time.
Wolf tickets. But what was that E40 song?
Mm-hmm. They've been selling us wolf tickets for a long time, and it's time for the American people to
and like they've been saying,
up.
Black Democrats is like, hey, they saying majority is like, we with Trump now. Y'all been selling us too many wolf tickets. Since Biden has got into office, it's just been like wolf ticket after wolf ticket. Whether it's been when he first got in, said he would give this money, so much money to certain people. That was like, nah, I didn't say that. Then he would say he would never do such and such because of COVID. We got videos of that, him changing, locking it down, punishing people. What else we got? We got, damn, look, it's so much that I've been seeing. It's just been one thing after another with Biden in it. If you're not in line step by step every all the way through, then it's a problem. Now I can see as time going, you be like, you know what, I change direction. I don't think that way no more. I don't believe that. That's one thing. But when you say you're gonna do something, then you just don't do it at all. That's the problem. But like I was saying, he said put up his stuff talking about what he has done, but it's they Jedi mind trick you, is what I say. They don't do the stuff that people need them to do or want them to do. They do the stuff that they want to do. So it's like we need rent reform, stuff like that. They're not doing none of that. They're not stopping none of these landlords, which I get it. It's your own business. I'm going to get rid of her. This child, our daughter's at the trunk. She's going away.
She put it in there, right?
Yeah, look.
She got it open.
But damn, she threw me off hitting on my trunk. But yeah, so they not doing what the people needs them to do. They doing what they want to do and doing all the other little stuff. They not taking care of the stuff that needs to be handled. Whether it's like healthcare reform, rent reform. I'm starting to think that they need to do what they was talking about like a year or so ago about what was it? Y'all gonna see me go off on her real quick. What I tell you? What I tell you about getting this car with this backpack? I say put the bag. You just put a bag in the trunk. Why don't you put that backpack in the trunk?
There's nothing wrong.
Is it gonna go somewhere? Why don't you put it in the trunk? I tell them all the time, do not get in this car with that bag scratching my leather.
Daddy about to get out. You about to get out?
Yeah, I'm about to get out. I'm going in.
Oh, it's too late now.
I just thought about that.
But yeah, they need to do some type of reform for the people. Like I said, they giving all this money to other countries. 80 billion to Ukraine. Now you got the Israel and Hamas, whatever is going on with them, crazy giving money. Which is crazy. I just seen the other day, Biden giving bombs and food. He giving bombs to Israel, and he giving food to Hamas. Like, what type of shit is that? How you gonna get the people that's blowing us up? You gonna get them bombs, but you gonna give us food? It's crazy.
It is a little off.
It's just crazy, but so yeah, man, y'all just do y'all research. Look at RFK, I say, as another chance, another hope, and stop believing that. If you believe that he's not gonna make it, it's only because you're not gonna vote for something different. If everybody's like, you know what, we gonna give him a chance, we gonna vote for him, he'll win. So all these platforms out here, whatever, they're saying, I don't think he's gonna make it. He's not gonna make it because you're not gonna vote for him. You're not gonna give him the chance to win and see what he can do. You're gonna stick with the same two BS people that's going back and forth. That's where you need to change and stop.
Be the change you want to see.
Yeah. And stop letting them force you into believing that they lies is the best lies. But hey, I'm gonna get out of here so my daughter can go run away. What's the song? Run away. Yeah, can't keep running away. It's not Kanye West.
I know that.
It's classic. Pull him up right now.
No.
But hey, most out fam, we out. Peace.
Time, and I wanna spend some time with you. Just the two of us.